Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the pwd command and the cd command people. Okay, let me start with those commands now people. I'm already at the command prompt in this CentOS Stream 10 system. Now, let me start with the pwd command, this particular command. I'll start with that very soon people, and I will tell you first about the purpose of the pwd command. Okay, let me run the command people. I have already typed pwd. I'll press the enter key. I run this command, and you can notice that this command pwd, when I have run it, it has produced the output of this portion that I highlighted now people. So the pwd command is a short form for print working directory, and I will say that this is an extremely important command in the Linux and Unix systems people. I'll tell you the reason for that. So here it is people. The directory hierarchy that I mentioned earlier people, in case of Linux and Unix systems, I have mentioned in a previous presentation that the directory hierarchy in the Linux and Unix systems is a huge directory hierarchy starting from the root directory onwards. And the root directory is at the top of the directory hierarchy, and there can be a huge directory hierarchy below the root directory. Now, it is very important for us to know what is the directory with which we are working with in this huge directory hierarchy when we work in a Linux or Unix system. So I will repeat this people. When we work with a Linux or Unix system, in this huge directory hierarchy starting from the root directory onwards, we need to know what is our present working directory or the current directory, and the pwd command helps in identifying that people. So that is the reason I was telling you that the pwd command, while it is a very simple command to use, I will say that it is a extremely important command to use in the Linux and Unix systems. So you can now notice people, when I come back, when I come back to the command prompt, you can notice people, the pwd command, when I have run it here in this CentOS Stream 10 system, it has produced the output like this. And from this output, I can understand this people. In the output, I can notice that this first character that I am highlighting is the root directory, and then in the root directory, there is a subdirectory with the name home. This home subdirectory in turn has a subdirectory with the name prem, and the absolute path for this present working directory or the current directory has been reported by the pwd command. Now I will explain what is a absolute path later on people. Please do not worry about that. For now, you just need to understand that the pwd command will report the present working directory or the current directory with which we are working in the huge directory in the Linux or Unix system. Now, the next command that I am going to tell you in this presentation is the cd command people. Okay, now you know how to identify the present working directory in a Linux or Unix system. For that, you can always use the pwd command like what I have done here in the previous demonstration people for the pwd command. Now, how to navigate to a different directory in the directory hierarchy of the Linux or Unix system, that can be done with the cd command. Let me now do that people here. Now, with the cd command, I need to specify an argument that shall specify the directory into which I want to navigate. So here I specify the root directory. I want to navigate into this directory, people. Within the root directory, I have a subdirectory with the name var. Within that subdirectory with the name var, I have a subdirectory with the name tmp. So this kind of path for the directory that I specified, starting from the root directory onwards, it is called the absolute path. I'll explain that in a little more detail later on, people, in a different video about the absolute path. Now I'll run this command, people, and I will find that my present working directory has now changed, which reflects in the command prompt also. However, in any Linux or Unix system, I will highly recommend this, people. Whenever you have run the cd command, please run the pwd command immediately after that to check and verify that you have navigated to the correct directory that you have specified in the cd command. So now if I run the pwd command, it should report /var/tmp as my present working directory. Let's check and verify, people. Okay, perfect. Now this pwd command, I have used that as a check and verification step to check and verify that the previous cd command has successfully navigated to the /var/tmp directory. Okay, perfect. Now what will happen if I do this, people? I can also run the cd command by itself without any argument. Now what will happen if I press the enter key? Now this will take me to the home directory of the user, people. Now if you remember, when I was running the pwd command for the very first demonstration in this presentation, it was reporting the present working directory like this /home/prem. That's the home directory for the prem user with whose account I have logged in to the system. Now when I run the cd command by itself, people, what will happen is the cd command will navigate or take me to the home directory of the user account with whose account I am working with at this moment. Let's try that, people. I just have typed the cd command. Now I am going to run the cd command by itself, and we can notice that it has run successfully and has taken me to the home directory of the user account with whose account I am working with in this system at this moment. So the cd command, when I run it by itself, it just takes me to the home directory of the user with whose account I am working with in the system at this moment, and I was able to verify that with the pwd command, people, like this. Right. Now let me demonstrate the cd command with a few more examples, people. Okay, let me now do this. I am using the cd command. Now I specify root directory, and I know that there is a subdirectory with the name var inside the root directory. Now I press the enter key, people. Now my present working directory is /var. Okay, and now I know that there is a subdirectory with the name tmp inside this present working directory of /var. So in this case, I can do this, people, cd tmp, and now this kind of path is called relative path, because this relative path will work with respect to the present working directory. Now when I know that I'm already inside the /var directory, which is my present working directory, and I know already that inside my present working directory I have a tmp subdirectory, that is a subdirectory with the name tmp, I can do this, people. I need not use absolute path like this. I need not specify absolute path like this. I can simply say cd tmp because I know that my present working directory, that is /var, it has a subdirectory with the name tmp. So let me do this and I will find that this command is going to successfully take me to the tmp subdirectory of /var directory, and /var was the present working directory when I was running this command, people. So my present working directory should now be /var/tmp. We can verify that with the pwd command, which I have done now. I have run the pwd command that confirms that from the output. We can confirm that my present working directory at this moment is /var/tmp. All right, people. With that, I will conclude this presentation now. Please subscribe to this channel and also share this channel if you find that this channel is useful to you in learning about Linux and related topics. Thank you.